Hi everybody, and welcome back to the channel. This is Armin's Tech Talk, and today we're talking CES 2022 and LG's newly announced OLEDs. So let's go ahead and get into it. Before we're talking about these OLEDs, if you're interested in seeing what I predicted for them, go bam and see it up here. I did a video talking about LG OLED predictions. With that being said, let's get on with what they actually announced. We're going to start with the high end, as I did in the predictions. There were no major announcements for LG's 8K Z2 series. Prices we won't know until later. The prediction there, of course, is the price will drop, so time will tell if I'm right or wrong with that prediction. But moving down to the high end, or what we'll call the high end of LG's 4K OLED series, we have the G2. Now, the G2 is the premium wall-mounted gallery series television that LG puts out. In years past, they have differentiated the TV by giving it a higher and more premium design. In the last few years, what they have done with this television is they have made it so that it is wall mountable, very flush. Now, you can still mount the television on a TV stand. However, the legs come separately. You'll have to purchase those. Pricing for the new G2 legs is not known at this time. So what is new with the television? One of my predictions is that they would save the larger screen size for the G series. So I am correct in that assumption. The G2 is going to go all the way up to 97 inches. And at CES, although I'm not there, LG does have a booth, or they were going to have a booth that showed the difference between an 83-inch OLED and a 97-inch OLED. I myself own a 77-inch CX, and the 20-inch difference, you're looking at a lot of extra real estate on that television. It is going to be something to behold if you can see one in person. The other thing that LG is doing with the G2, and I don't think I predicted this one, although Sony has done this and Panasonic has done this, LG has added their first heatsink to the television model. This is going to allow the TV to dissipate heat a lot quicker, which will reduce the danger or the risk of burn-in. Burn-in, of course, is retention on the TV. It was an issue with plasmas. Some people claim it's been an issue with early model OLEDs. I've used OLEDs myself as computer monitors over the last 4 years, typically 2 years at a time per television, and I have not really noticed much retention, but I do try to vary my content. If you vary your content, you shouldn't have an issue. But if you're looking for a higher end TV and you're still worried about that, the heatsink should help with that. Now, along with the heatsink, LG is going to include an even brighter screen that is deuterium based. This is going to allow the TV to get a little bit brighter than the Evo line that they introduced last year, and that should be on these really large LG OLED sets. Right now, there are no deuterium-based OLED sets that are made below 55 inches per Vincent Teo over at HD TV Test. LG's televisions are going to come in 55, 65, 77, 83, and 97 inches. So that's going to give you a very wide variety of what to do with these televisions. Again, that 97-inch, that is going to be a sight to behold, but even if you're not after the 97-inch, which some people are speculating to be about $40,000, I don't think so. You can come down a size. The 83 is there now. Last year, the 83-inch on the C1 was offered at about $6,000 or $7,000 US. I'm not sure what it was at Black Friday, but I can go back and check and leave that in the note below. So, stepping down from that, you have the LG C2. You're still getting 4K, you're still getting 120 hertz. LG is finally unlocking the firmware to allow the TV to access the Evo panel. Some C1s had that panel last year if they were produced from the correct factory, but you had to do a firmware hack to access the additional brightness. The C2 will not have a heatsink, so G2 is the only option if that's what you're looking for. However, C2 will come in more sizes from 42 inches all the way up to 83. So you're going to have a 42, a 48, a 55, a 65, a 77, and an 83. Now, the 77 in that size, about 2 years ago, well, year and a half ago, I picked up a CX at 77 for around $3,500 from Best Buy. Those prices, when they're announced, should be fairly reasonable if $3,500 for a TV is reasonable. All TVs at this size and with the B1 are going to have HDMI 2.1 at full bandwidth. Now, the thing with the full bandwidth HDMI is that you're really only going to get use of it if you're using a PC, as both Xbox Series and PlayStation 5 do not have access to full bandwidth HDMI. There's not much out there at this time that does. We may be looking at Pro systems in a couple years to actually really take advantage of that. Moving forward, we have the A1 series, and the A1 is going to be HDMI 2.0. It is going to be 48 inches all the way up to 77 inches. It is not going to have the brighter screen, so it's going to have the standard old OLED screen. That TV, again, my predictions were, and again, we will find this out later, is that one will be the quickest one to drop below $1,000. Although the C2 at 42 inches would be a very close competitor in that range, even with its brighter screen. That is really what LG announced for their OLEDs in 2022. Are you guys looking for an OLED television from LG or another company? Let me know in the comments below, and let me know if you're looking for a TV in 2022 at all, or if you're waiting for a specific feature to show up before you decide to upgrade. Guys, I want to thank you for watching this video. Please, if you enjoy this content, bop that like button and smash the subscribe button. And don't forget to ding the bell, because that will let you know when more content goes up on this channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.